What's Amen Thompson's ceiling as a player? And so, just to give some context to this question, Danny, this month,
Ooh,
Amen Thompson is averaging 18 points per game, 12 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, playing elite defense. He had two absolute monster games over this past week and wins the Rockets had over the Cavaliers. To me, he looks like a top 50, 60 player right now, today.
yeah.
So I'm curious, like, what do you think about his actual ceiling is as a player, though?
I think he's very good, has a lot of potential, a lot of pieces, and he's showing it. And I think I like the way the Rockets are playing because it's not just one guy doing it, right? They're doing it collectively. They have a lot of guys that are great, which kind of sucks because they don't have anybody that's going to make the All-Star team because they're in the top seeded team in the West because there's no one guy that's like showing out. None of them get All-Star.
Şengün could make All Star.
He could,
Şengün could.
but the numbers this year, I don't know. Especially with the centers, you talk about Jokic and those guys and AD, like it's hard. Um, I think when I look at Amen Thompson, I'm thinking like for some reason Andre Iguodala comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? So like I could see that being like his ceiling. He could be that type of player. Iggy came in very athletic, long arms, wings, defender. Became an all-star at one point in Philly, and became a. It's crazy to call him a role player because he decided to go from Denver to Golden State, become a role player, but NBA Finals MVP at one point. So I could see Amen Thompson being very similar to that style of a player.
Yeah, and he was a two-time All-Defensive Player. I think Amen Thompson, like if Iguodala entered the league when Amen Thompson did, I think Iguodala could have had an even greater career just with the way the game
The
has
game is different. Yeah, the game
developed, right?
it's very much more open. It's faster pace. It's not
In
as much
part because
half
of him
court.
on those
Yes,
Warriors team, right?
because him and them pretty much shifted the league to the small ball
Mhm.
era and making guys play perimeter, all 5 out type of thing. So yeah, with the game today, I think Iggy, his numbers would be a little bit different than when they were when the game was a lot slower and half court, set more often.
And that's the thing with Amen Thompson. It's like the Rockets offensively, they use him as a screener, on ball, off ball. He's in the dunker
He's
spot.
athletic enough to play all 5 positions. He's quick
Does
enough.
everything.
He could jump. He could play the 4 or 5. He said he could be a roll lob threat guy. Like he's just athletic as hell, and they're doing some good things with him.
You mentioned how he's athletic as hell. There was some stat that Synergy's Todd Whitehead posted on X recently where it was jumps clearing 24 inches. So these were the biggest leapers in the NBA. And the top
Mhm.
five was Jalen Green, number one, Anthony Edwards, number two, Missy, the New Orleans center, number three, Amen Thompson, fourth, with 326 jumps clearing 24 inches. I'd
Wow.
be curious to see the stat from Todd Whitehead, if he can look this up. Who are the quickest leapers? Who are the guys that get to the peak of their jumps the quickest, especially on block attempts? Because like
Yeah.
Amen Thompson has some blocks this year where it's just like he's on the ground and then he's suddenly at the hoop,
Yeah.
hand on the ball. Like he's like a rocket ship when he's leaping for block
Oh no,
shots.
his
Like
reflexes. He's very
crazy.
much cat like. He's a, let's say, a lion. He's very much like said a big
The
jungle,
hands poking at the ball for steals too. It's like not
big
just
jungle
blocks, but
cat.
steals too.
But
Yeah.
I'm shocked that I didn't hear Kaminga's name in there. Because Kaminga is athletic as hell too. But I guess he's just not jumping as much. When he does jump, he's very explosive. But
Mhm.
nah, Zion's another one, quick second bounce. Like he jumps, gets a second bounce quick. There's not many guys that were good at that, or had quick jumps or get to the rim fast. You look at the back in the days, like Dwayne Wade for his height, being able to be explosive as he was, get to the rim is explosive. Charles Barkley, like they were 6'4" guys that were getting to the rim and dunking people. You just don't see that often. So yeah, no, he's a special player, special athlete.